Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Julie, and this is not a reaction as you can see, but I wanted to let you guys know, like some sort of I don't know, I don't know if it's a vlog or it's just an update video, but or story time or something like that. I don't know what you guys want to call it, but I want to tell you guys what happened in the previous 3-4 days since I haven't been here 3-4 days with today, I think. Well, here's the thing. On Tuesday, I was recording my reactions for the originals. I finished episode 11 and 12. I only have 13 to watch. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it right after I finish this thing. And to start at the beginning, on Saturday, I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, a friend of my mom came to the house, and so I was downstairs in the building that we live at the gate, talking to her, and I saw my 92-year-old aunt coming from a cab, coming to her house. She lives in the first floor of the building type that we live in, and she was okay. Even though she's 92, she is able to like walk around. She goes to like to buy her things to eat, things like that, which she shouldn't be doing because she might get lost at any minute. But uh, I will tell you why that was happening in a minute. So I saw her and I was like, where are you coming from? And she's like, she's deaf also. She doesn't hear well. And she's like, oh well, I've been with the flu for the past few days, so I just came from the doctor that is like 2 blocks from my house. Um, and he has given me a lot of medicine that are really expensive, but it's fine. I already bought them. She does have a little bit of money due to an inheritance that her and my grandfather got from my uncle, which he was a single man as well. Had a lot of money apparently, so she has money as well. What can a 92-year-old lady buy without that kind of money? But whatever, she does have money. And the thing is that I was, oh, okay, just be careful. Walk her to her door, like let her in because she is not in a very good state of mind. So sometimes some days she is very welcoming with us and like she talks to us normally, and then there are days where she doesn't want to look at us because she says that we somehow get into her house to steal newspapers and to steal like brushes so we can clean the house and like really random things oh, spoons. She said that we steal spoons from her. So just to tell you that while she is able to walk on her own, she is not very mentally capable due to her age. She's 92 years old. um, so, thing is that up until 3 years ago, we were the ones who used to take care of her, and everything was fine. She's my grandfather's sister, so that's how she's my aunt. She's my great grand aunt, something like that. I don't know how to say it. My mom's a little bit closer to her in terms of the she's how do you call it, the tree, the family tree. She's a little bit closer to to her than I am. But with my mom, she has a lot more problems because she said that my mom's, she's the one who steals the spoons and the newspapers and things like that. So my mom just like ignores her or tries her best to ignore her when she's like that. Their data, she's perfect, in terms of like talking normally and like she doesn't count her money well, but you know, up until 3 years ago, we were the ones who took care of her until all over the sun, apparently, a niece that she had. With this, I want to tell you how is it that um, that she's okay, hear me out. my my aunt had two brothers, my grandfather and my aunt, my other uncle. Both my uncle and my aunt are single. They never got married, they never had kids, nothing. And my grandfather was the only one who had kids too, my mom and another uncle that I have. And uh, so the family, that is the extent of the family. The, like, legally, who is her family is my mom, then me, and that's it. She doesn't have many. But all of, like, out of nowhere, this person came in once she found out that my aunt got some money, and so she started manipulating her and starting to said that, yeah, maybe if they are stealing your newspaper, maybe they stole money from you, and then where's all your money? And so since my aunt doesn't fully remember everything she does, and she doesn't remember where she puts things, they started mixing things up for her. And she started saying that we used to steal money from her, which is completely a lie. um my that happened, and she got into a fight with my mom 3 years ago, and that's the reason why my mom cut ties with her, and she didn't take care of my aunt anymore, because that other niece was supposed to take care of her. My aunt lived on her own. She's 92 years old, has always lived on her own. She still lives on her own. And the problem started on Sunday. Since she is deaf, she watches television with, like, all the volume up. So by 4 p.m., 6 p.m., we started hearing her with the volume up, and I was like, oh, it's fine. We're used to that because that is how it has always been, because she's deaf. So we're like, fine, just let it be. But then it was like 4 in the afternoon, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and she didn't, like, the television was still on full volume. Everyone could hear everything that she was watching, when she was watching, like, sports or something like that. And at 4 a.m., the television turns off. So we were like, oh my god, finally she, stopped watching. So next day I wake up early because I have to take, that is already Monday. I have to, take Josh to school, to wait uh, for the bus to arrive so he can go to school. It's not a bus. I'm just saying we don't have, like, school buses here. It's just I hire someone so they can take him to his school. Because he wants to be more independent, and because everyone else goes in that car, and he wanted to go, but that's another thing. So I got him ready, got breakfast, and then came back, and then took him to the car thing. And when I came back, my aunt receives the newspaper every day, every single day, to her door, and the newspaper was at her door. And I was like, oh, it's 8 a.m. I mean, she went to sleep at 4. There's no way she's gonna be like get up this early. No way. So I was like, it's fine. She's gonna pick it up later. 4, like, Josh comes back from school at 2 p.m. The newspaper is still there. So I come to my house and I'm like, Mom, my aunt, she hasn't picked up her newspaper. And my mom was like, maybe she forgot. Like, it has happened before. Plus, she has been, like, awake until 4 a.m. It's fine. Let's not pay attention. It's okay. So by night, the newspaper was still there. So the neighbors were like, "Why isn't your aunt, like, picking up the newspaper?" And, like, we were like, "I don't know. Maybe she's not home. Maybe she go out and she didn't pick it up, because she usually also does that." And all her curtains, like, from the windows, they were all closed, which was weird. And she only does that when she is going out. So we were like, maybe she got out and didn't tell anyone because she's close and she will come back. She usually, once again, does that. So we were fine. We were worried, but we were like, she might come back. She has done this 1-2 times before. It's fine. So then by okay, that was Monday. We didn't see her. Newspaper was at the door. Comes Tuesday, another newspaper, and she wasn't home. So we were like, by then we were like, wait, if it's 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and she hasn't got out and like pick up the newspapers, the only thing is that she's not home. So she has to arrive at any moment now because it's way too long for her to be out. The door, I started knocking on her door to see if she was inside, knocking on the windows, trying to like reach out to the windows to see if she was inside, but there was no way for me to see. So we were like looking, knocking every few hours, coming down to see if she arrived. That was throughout all Tuesday. So when I finished my reaction for episode 512, my neighbor calls and says, well, he has a camera, and he told me, well, your aunt hasn't gone out since Sunday. So I thought the worst. She's an old lady, 92 years old, who lives on her own, even though she's supposed to have someone to take care of her, but she doesn't. She lives on her own, and she's not coming out. There was no signs of her going out of her house. So by that moment, when I finished around 8 p.m., I think it was, I was I thought, oh my gosh, she died inside of her house. Something happened. She had a heart attack. She fell in the shower. Something happened. So, with the help of the neighbors around the house, around in the building that we live, I asked for a flashlight, and I noticed that one of the windows was a little bit open. And since it's an old house, I was able to like move it and like move it really hard and pass like my knife and like do this and pop, the window open. But I wasn't strong enough to like pick to see if my aunt was there. So my neighbor grabbed the flashlight, and he opened it up and started looking for her inside of the house to see if she was, honestly, to see if she was dead. I was like terrified that something happened to her because while my aunt is really annoying sometimes due to her age, she's single. Oh, by the way, she's single. She never had kids, nothing. Never had a husband, nothing. So I was like, so like, oh my gosh, she died already. Like, and then when the guy starts like looking with the flashlight, my aunt sees the light and starts screaming for help. And I was like, oh my god, at least she's not dead. I thought that, because it's been 3 days that she's been inside of her house without eating, without her pills, nothing. So we see her, but the door is closed. All the windows, minus that one, they all have like they are like with what is the name of steel? They have like that. It's blocked, so you can't get in. It's very secure. So we call the cops. We call the fire department so they can help us out, get her out. And I was like screaming, and she couldn't hear me because she didn't have her thing, so she can hear. And she was like, I can't hear anything, but like, and she started rambling and saying a lot of like really crazy things and not making sense. And I was like, oh, okay, that she's not doing well. So at least she was alive, and that was comforting for me. And for my mom was scared. My mom, you guys know that my mom doesn't handle these things well. So with the permission of the police, we were able to cut her window with like a chainsaw, like electric chainsaw or something like that. We were able to cut it, and the cop went into her house so they can open the door. And they opened the door, let us in. She was in the floor. Uh, and the state of my aunt was of total abandonment. The person who is supposed to be in charge of her, because at 90 years old, somehow, this lady who is not our family is like someone, it's like you call an aunt to someone, like to your mom's friend. And like it's not really your aunt, but you call her like that. And this person calls my aunt that way, not because it's family, but because, out of love or whatever. And at 2 years ago, apparently, my aunt signed a paper saying that all decisions, all her accounts, all like her house, her accounts, her money, the place where she's gonna be buried at, everything belonged to her, and that she's the one who's supposed to take care of her. And the estate of my aunt was, like I said, of total abandonment. Her house was trash, full of trash, and the lady didn't let her buy a new piece of earphones so she can hear us, because the ones she had, she broke them, because it was an accident. She lost them and like broke them. She didn't buy diapers for her even though she needed. My aunt was peeing on her own clothes and putting them down into her down her bed. She used to light candles around her house for the dead. Usually people do that. I don't know if you guys do that, but here they light this type of like red candles for the dead, just to pray for them. The house was full with like stains of the candle burning to the ground, so meaning that she could have set her house on fire. She also, her mattress was a disaster, like dirty, awfully dirty. And like she even had like a round like burned. And we were like, why is it burned? And she was like, well, the bed was really cold and I want to warm it up, so I grabbed a light bulb and I put it in the bed, and I forgot I put it there, and it almost caught fire. And like that, it started. Her bathroom was like, oh my god, it was the most disgusting thing. It was just dirty. It was disgusting. There were like pools of like deposits of water that she used to like put her underwear there, and she forgot to wash it because at 92 it's not like she can do that. Her garden was destroyed. Her kitchen was just like, she buys food for her, in those little Tupperware things, and she doesn't wash them. She just saves them, because she is not in her right mind. And everything was just disgusting. All her house was trash. And so we were like, the cops were, who lives with this old lady? And my mom and I were like, well, we don't. We live upstairs. But she said she had someone who is supposed to take care of her, and we don't know who that is. And so the cops were like, you guys are, who is family? And we were like, well, we are her family. You're the ones who are responsible for your aunt right now. We have to take her to the hospital because she was complaining that she fell down and her leg and her ribs and her hip hurt. So by that moment, my aunt didn't have money to go to a proper hospital, to a clinic, but she does have insurance from the government. And when she used to work, she's retired, so she can go to that to there. So we took her there, which is the worst place you can take anyone. So they did an X-ray, and they said that she didn't have anything. I don't know how she didn't have anything. So she said they sent her back home. When they sent her back home, we were trying to like put her in her bed, which is a bed that her dad made for her when she was 15 and she didn't want to get rid of. It's a really beautiful because it has like really like I don't know if you guys remember the Haunting of Hill House, the type of those type of beds that have like carved into it's it should I bet that when it was new it was really beautiful. Now it just looks old, but my aunt doesn't want to get rid of. But whatever we put there, she doesn't have sheets. She doesn't have clothes to wear. She hasn't showered. I don't know, and I don't know how long. She didn't want to shower. Also, it was like midnight by the time we came back home, so we were like, no, we can't do that. So we put her to bed. We started writing things for her, saying you need to don't get up of your bed. We're gonna come back tomorrow. There was no place for us to sleep in because she didn't have furniture, nothing. So we were like, we're gonna be like right upstairs, and we're gonna come back 8 in the morning to see how you are. So we came back. She was still asleep at 8 a.m. So we waited until around 11 when she woke up the next day. Um, I was so tired because I went to sleep like around 2 when the cops left. Uh, and we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do. We wanted to call this lady. We didn't have the number. We found the number around 6 7 p.m. We called her, said you need to come because you need to help us take her to a clinic because my aunt kept complaining that her ribs hurt too much, and that her hip hurt too much and her legs as well. Um, she cried and all that, and like, okay, so we waited for her, and the lady arrived, and without let at that moment she let us know that my aunt had signed 2 years ago a paper where she's supposed to take care of her. And we were like, okay, fine, whatever, like that is not the important thing right now. The important thing is we take her to the clinic. And she refused to go with my aunt to the clinic if we were there. And we were like, what the fuck, you cannot deny us to see her because she is still our family, whether you have the power, the thing or not, we're still her family. So we called the cops again. And turns out, like, while the cops started to ask questions to both us and to this lady on the other hand, the cops said that she was my aunt was in total abandonment. That it could be the possibility that someone locked her in and actually pushed her, and because her house, she has donated her house to someone, uh, and she has donated, but the only thing is that she is allowed to live in that house until she dies. So apparently they were trying to speed that up by basically letting her die inside of her house so they can take the house, you know and so the cop asked this lady, where is the money, why are you not taking her, how is it that you got the paper where it says that you are supposed to be in charge of her, and if you're in charge of her, why is the old lady living like she is, like she doesn't have a single cent, you know um the lady started just insulting people, insulting me. She even dared to insult my son. It was just like the worst, and like the cops were there, thankfully, and they saw that it's possible that this lady scam my aunt and manipulated her so she can take the money and her house. And now that she was caught, because she was negligent to my aunt, she wanted to pretend like she was always there with her, which she wasn't. There are multiple witnesses that always sees my aunt by herself in her house, and that if she has some kind of trouble, they always call us. So we have been in the past few days going from the doctors, to the hospital, to the police station, to talking to lawyers, to talking to psychiatrists, to see what is the thing that we can do to protect my aunt, to protect ourselves as well, because she is saying that we have still stole money from her, which we haven't. There is no proof of that, and but she keeps repeating that, uh, right now my aunt, due to the fact that illegally this woman had obtained this type of document where she is the one who has to decide for my aunt, she has taken her to her house, but she is being fully identified. They know where she lives, where my aunt is, the state of my aunt, and if something happens, she is completely responsible for her. And we are waiting on Monday to go with the lawsuit, so they can. It's an open investigation on an elderly who was put in a danger situation where she could have died due to the negligence of that person who is supposed to be her guardian. It's something like that. I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't know the legal term in English, but it's something like she's her guardian or something like that. Thankfully, my aunt it's recovering. You guys know a fall at 92 years old is something very serious. Um, but she is recovering. She's very strong, thankfully. At least I'm a little bit more calm in that sense because she is doing better. Uh, but in the past few days, I haven't been able to do anything here because I haven't been home pretty much all day. I woke up like at 8 and I didn't come back until like 3, 4 in the morning. Josh has been taken care of by my sister-in-law, right? I don't know the term of it either. But he's been taken care of by her. He was a little bit nervous, but he's okay now. My mom was just not having it. She was very nervous, crying all the time. And while you guys know that I do live with my brother, the emotional support, the one who makes the decisions, the one who, is with my mom and with Josh like 24/7, that's me. Right now, my mom is the one who has to appear in all the papers as a possible guardian for my aunt, because we want to see her well-being. Like it's unfair, that having money she's living in that type of situation, where it looks like she's just a crazy person, and like she doesn't have a home. It was just destroyed completely, dirty. And like I have told you guys, we live very close to the ocean, so corrosion and like humidity is very here, so you do have to clean things like over and over, like very close, because then you have mold all over. So and my aunt's house is it's completely destroyed. So I asked, we have asked the cops, we have had to hire a lawyer and to see what is happening, and how did this happen, how she obtained all of this. And now we are waiting for the police investigation to end on Monday so they can uh, put a lawsuit. I guess it's not a lawsuit, there's another term that I don't know in English, to file the, like, to open a case, right, for my aunt, for her situation. So we'll see how that goes. The possibility right now, since my aunt has like 3 broken ribs and her hip is also like, has I don't know what, it's not broken, but it has like a line. They can break at any minute. Um, what is the name? I don't know. The I believe the best possibility, or the best option, not possibility, the best option is for her to go to a retirement house where she will have doctors and also nurses available to her 24/7, because here at my house my mom can't take care of her. She can change diapers right now. She has issues also with her hip. It's no way. So the best solution I think will be for us to put her in a home where they can take care of her fully and we can go visit her at least until she gets better. Once she's like fully recovered, she can return to her house with the nurse that will take care of her 24/7, you know. So that is what we are looking to obtain from the judges and things like that. Hopefully we do get that, because here the bad thing is that you sadly you buy your own justice, and right now it's not like I have a lot of money to bribe people. I'm believing that the truth will prevail. The fact that there are so many witnesses that know that my aunt lives on her own, that this was a negligent or possibly an attack on my aunt, that can wait a lot more than money. But sometimes, the cop that is leading the case, he seems like he understood our situation. He seems like he knows that this person only wanted to take her money and not take care of her. And hopefully everything turns out well for us, and for our aunt, so we can take care of her like we used to when she was like doing amazing. Like she was great, and she had a most importantly she had a family, because she has lived on her own for so many years. Then when we came to this house, when we moved into this house, she had this sense of family again. She spent Christmas with us. She used to like come to my house to have lunch every day. The days that she couldn't get up because she was, I don't know, sick or tired, we got down to her house to have lunch with her and like have like talk to her and things like that. Josh adores my aunt. He doesn't remember my grandmother that much because he was 4 or 5 when she died. She does remember her due to pictures, but my aunt still is alive, and Josh just like he adores her, and he's always worried about her. And my aunt loves him, because that is like that's the only family she has. Okay, it's my mom, my other uncle, which he is like we can't count on him because he has drug issues, so he never is here. So there's my mom, me, my brother, and then Josh. That is the extent of the family. That is the family that she has. Since she never got married, she never had kids. She has lived on her own for her entire life. So we wanted to give her that sense of family, but right now she is with this lady, and we hope that nothing happens to her. At least the cops know where my aunt is. They know the situation that she left. So she will be very evil if she does something to her. She will go to jail if she does something to her. So it doesn't look like that. You can never know. I'm but hopefully she's okay. But due to all of this, I haven't like in the past 3 days since Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and yesterday. 4 days. I haven't been able to sleep. I finally got it. Like I haven't slept between all those 4 days. I have been able to sleep around 8 hours, 9. Let's just no, it was 8 hours between all those 4 days. I was like drinking coffee after coffee. So yesterday was like when she was put under the care of this person until we figure out if it's illegal what she did. we were a little bit more calm because at least we know where she is. We know that she's being taken care of right now. So I took a pill and I just went to sleep. And I have slept until like I think 11 a.m. today, which is the best because I haven't slept like that in a while. Um, and yeah, that it has been insane. It has been insane. It was like the worst. I thought she was dead. I mean, it's like she's 92. I mean, it's not like I expect her to live to 200 years or 120 or something like that, but she doesn't deserve to live like an animal, you know? She doesn't deserve that. She is annoying, I'm not gonna deny it. She's very annoying due to her age. I like, unlike my mom who takes her insults very personally. I just like, I cannot fight with someone who's not in her right set of mind, you know? So when she's like, no, that you guys have stole my spoons, I'm like, yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen them, you know. So I just follow along because it's like, why will I fight with her? Like I'm a little bit more like, I like to believe I'm not crazy, so why will I fight with someone who is not doing okay? So I'm like, oh yeah, but like I just follow her whatever she says. I'm just like, oh yeah, maybe you lost. And she always finds the freaking spoon. I don't know what the hell she does with the spoon, because then she calls me and she's like, oh Julie, well, she calls me by my full name, Julissa, like I found the spoon. It was like right next to me. I didn't see it. I'm sorry for that. And I'm like, yeah, I know, it's fine. We all made mistakes. You know, next time, search your entire house before saying that I stole your spoon. Because what the hell am I gonna do to with your spoon? You know? And she's like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's just I sometimes, you know, I think that things are in one place and they turn out in the other place, and like it's weird because she also thinks that we go into her house and we move things around and we don't even have a key to her house. So I don't know how is it that we do that. Maybe we're Spider-Man, because she also said that we go down to her house. Honestly, I don't know what she has, a wild imagination. That is for sure. Um, but you know, it's crazy. I was really feeling sad because I honestly I thought she died, and I was like, she didn't deserve to die like that. You know, she's annoying, but she's not, well, she's not a bad person overall. You know, but she's annoying, yes, but it's fine. All old people, they turn a little bit annoying by the end, I think, you know, because they start imagining things, or they don't remember things correctly, and like when you try to correct them, they get really jumpy, you know. So I was like, fine. And I just follow along whatever she says. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. And she's like she says like weirdest things about like, oh, I saw your, or she starts remembering things from past years, and she says, yesterday, you remember when you brought me one thing? Where have I put it? I'm like, I bought that thing to you 2 years ago. And she's like, no, you bought it yesterday. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I just go and buy her that thing, whatever it is that she's asking me for. I buy her again. I'm like, oh yeah, I had it. Like, I forgot to give it to you, because I hate, you know, seeing her like feeling like she's losing it, and I feel bad for that. So I take part of the blame sometimes, you know, whether if it's like bread that sometimes I go buy for her, or whatever it is. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot. It's not like I didn't told you 100 times where the bread was. No, it's like I forgot to tell you. I'm really sorry. Just to like follow along and not having to fight with her. So yeah, and she adores Josh, and every time she sees Josh, is like, and she's really small. Also, she's like this high, and Josh is like this high, and he's always like taking care of her. When he sees her, he's like grabbing her, afraid that she's gonna break, and he looks at her hands and are all, you know, all like old, and he starts like doing this, and it freaks him out, and he's always nervous that she's gonna die. Uh, but yeah, ultimately, right now, like I said, she's doing, she's stable at least, you know. So hopefully nothing else happened to her, you know. Um, but yeah, we don't have any contact with this other lady because we don't. Well, one, we don't want to have any contact. Also, because she's saying a lot of bad things that she has no proof, so we're gonna sue her as well, because she cannot go around saying that we're stealing money from her, because we haven't, so she's not supposed to say that, so we're gonna sue her for that as well. So we're all this like legal mumble jumble, like it's just insane, but we had to take care of that, and I had to take care of that because my mom is just a nervous like wreck all the time. So I'm the one who has to be like, control yourself, we can do this, and like, even though I am very, at those moments I'm very like, it doesn't feel like, I don't feel like it affects me. Once I lay down in bed, I like everything starts to play in my head, and I can't sleep, and I can't do anything, and like I can't stop thinking and thinking and thinking. And you guys know how is it that I have issues falling asleep. So it has been the worst. So yesterday I was like, I'm not having it anymore. I'm gonna take a pill. I'm gonna sleep. And I did, and I fell asleep until 11 a.m. today, and it was good. So yeah, that is what had happened in the past few days. Hopefully everything clears out and we can have access to my aunt so we can take care of her again. That is what we want. We wanted to take care of her again, to put her in a home while she recovers fully, so then she can come back and be, in her house, and be in a safe environment also, because we will have to like repaint her entire house, and like redo all of that, and like clean, and maybe like do like call an exterminator, because there was like, it was disgusting. Okay, so to clean and to buy new things for her, to get her new clothes. She doesn't even have clothes anymore. She doesn't have underwear. She doesn't have anything. I had to, like, my mom had to give her underwear. Josh had to give her socks because she didn't have socks. My mom also gave her like a pants, and she only had like jackets, like old lady jackets. That's the only thing she had. But she didn't have underwear. She didn't have socks. Nothing. She was just, oh my god. And she doesn't want to shower. And like the one day that we had her, we tried to make her take a shower. She didn't want to, and she was screaming. So we were like, okay, we're not gonna do it. We can't do it. So yeah. Anyways, that's it. I'm not gonna keep rambling, but I did wanted to sit here and record this and let you guys know what the hell happened in this past few days, why I wasn't home, why I didn't record, even though I wanted to do it. I couldn't, I had to take care of this, and I still will do this next week as well. But I do think that it won't be that many hours, because we don't have to take care of my aunt right away right now. But we do have to go to the police station again, give her a statement to a judge and things like that. So we have to work things out, we have to do that. So hopefully everything turns out well, and the most important thing is that my aunt is back with us, so we can take care of her, whether if it's in the home or at her house. And the second thing is that we recover her things, which is her money, so we can, properly put someone to take care of her. And we also recover the house because she's about to lose it, So hopefully we do all of that and everything will be fine. So yes, that is a wonderful thing. Hopefully. So pray for us that turns out that everything turns out in our favor, that we will be okay. We will be reunited with our aunt, and everything will be better, hopefully. So thank you for your patience. I know that I wasn't counting on this. No one counts on things like this. I apologize. I know that I sometimes, I feel like crap because I feel like you guys expect this, and I'm like failing you guys because you guys are, especially here on Patreon, you guys are paying for something, and I'm not delivering as much as I should. But like, for instance, with the Avatar binge that I did, when I do have the time, I am 100% committed to this page. I give 110% of me. I have watched 21 episodes in 3 days. I have posted a lot. I know that it's one show, but I did it. And I every time I do have the time, I invest all my time here. When I'm not counting the time that I spend with Josh, but all of my free time, I spend it here. So I hope that you guys know that. I hope that you guys realize that when there's nothing else going on in the sense of like any emergencies, I am 100% here, always, always. And when I am not giving you guys what I wish I could give, it makes me feel like crap. And I hate writing the update post, because I feel like I'm making excuses, and I feel like people are going to think that I'm lying, but I'm not. um I can show you pictures if you guys want. I don't know where my phone is right now. Where's my phone? I think it's in the other side. um but yeah, I don't know where the thing is in. Anyways, not the important part. But the thing is that uh, when I do have the time that I set up so I can do my things, I do it. I do it, and I do it gladly, and I love it, and I love that you guys love it as well. That day I wanted to finish the originals, and I haven't been able to do that. Haven't even been able to watch the 100 either. So I am like panicking about all of that right now, but I'm gonna do it right now. And I do apologize, like I said. I'm sorry that this happened. I'm sorry that I had to be there. Like, you guys know, I'm the one who takes care of these things, and I had to do it. It was someone's life at risk, and I had to jump to help. I'm sorry that I let you guys down. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to post everything I wanted to post. I will do more. And I know that it's not 100% clear yet with everything happening still, with the judge appointments that we have to go, the lawyers and everything. But don't worry, please don't worry. I will post more, I swear I will. And I will give you guys what you want and what you deserve. And I thank you for supporting me. Thank you so, so, so freaking much. And yeah, I'm not gonna continue rambling just because I want to watch the originals right now, and I'm going to watch it, probably cry, and give you that reaction already. So, in the 100, those are the two that I'm gonna do right now. Thank you, and like I said, pray for us, or send us your best wishes and good luck, so we can take our family member, our aunt, back into a safe environment, and also so she doesn't lose her money, because that money will go for her to so we can take care of her, because it's not like I have a lot of money to spare, but that will help us so we can put her into a safe environment and buy the things that she needs, which right now are basic things. And we need to do that, and hopefully that happens. We can get her house back as well. We can like cancel that. um Hopefully that will happen, and hopefully hopefully everything turns out well for us, and we don't end up having problems because of it. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, for supporting me, and for sending me good vibes. And I know that you guys say that I'm not disappointing you guys, but I know I am, and I do. I'm sorry for that. There was nothing I could do. It was either sit here and do a reaction and let my aunt die, or just go and rescue her, and I think no one will say, oh no, you should have watched the originals first. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys understand that, and still want to be here, because I want to offer so much, and I want to give you guys good content. But I don't know how we'll have been able to make good content. One, I didn't have time, and two, with that mindset where I was just worried about her safety and her health, it wasn't going to be possible. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction. It's not a reaction. What? Have you enjoyed this video? Hope that you guys have watched all the way through. Sorry for ranting, but I wanted to explain in great detail everything that happened, and I hope that you guys understand. And that's it. Thank you so much, guys, for everything. And I'll see you guys in a little bit because I'm going to react to the originals and to the 100 right now. So, yeah, that's it. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye.